So Temtem has been out for a little over a month and we still don't have Showdown, which kind of sucks, but it's not stopping me from building some weird teams. And on today's team that I want to showcase, it's going to be Tortenite. Tortenite is using this item right here called Shuine's Horn. And in case you don't know what that does, let me refresh your memory. Shuine's Horn changes the Temtem's toxic type techniques to water, and damage dealt with these techniques increases by 25%. So you get a 25% boost and it does water. Okay. Why is this good? Why is this niche in my opinion? Because if we look at his weaknesses, Tortenite is weak against earth, fire, melee, wind. Okay. 2 of those types are also weak against toxic, if you will. So this is what I propose here. Toxic, Shuine's Horn, Rotten Goo with synergy. Real quick, let's pull it up. So with the synergy, it doesn't say anything here, but yeah, it does. It's right there. It seizes for 2 turns. How can this be really good in the current meta? Well, in the current meta that is run rampant by Rowders, say that 10 times fast, I feel like this could be very, very, very good. And now a lot of people would not expect this. Now, there needs to be electric synergy. So Gazuma's good, and then here we have Ragnet, who's really good. Let's start with Ragnet real quick. Ragnet has the ability, or the trait, if you will. I always mess that up because of Pokemon. Electric Custodian. It's electric type. Electric techniques targeting the ally will target this Temtem instead and reduce the damage by 15%. I feel like this is good because if we look at our team, we have Platimus, Tolkien, Zalbian, Barnshee, and I think that's pretty much it. So 4 Tems that are weak to electric. So having this guy on the team, I feel like just needs to happen, okay? And then we have Refreshing Diablo. Let me just look this up real quick. After 3 turns of being like on the field consecutively, it'll restore the allies' HP and stamina by 25%, which is pretty cool. I think it's very helpful. And let's go to Gazuma real quick, the other electric synergy that we got going on here. It's got fast charge. When a digital ally enters the battlefield, gets speed +2. This is cool. It's not like super amazing or game breaking, but we do have a digital on the team just in case. You know, we can use that. It also has the gear double screen, which damage taken from dual type Temtem is reduced by 10%. Now the gears I'm going to be showing you guys on this team are pretty good all around. However, I think for each of these specific Tems, they work really well. And the Shuine's Horn, that's just a little cherry on top. I just realized I did not explain efficient. Efficient's a really cool trait, which is why I have 0 in stamina. Efficient when attacking, stamina cost is reduced by 30%. This is really cool. So in a game where stamina is super important, having this ability is massive. And the reason I haven't been able to play this team just yet is because I spent like 40k on a crystal, perfect SVs all around. However, it has confined. I messed up. I think I got a crystal with amphibian instead of rested. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. I want to show you how this works. Let's pretend that we have Gazuma on the field with Tortenite. And now Gazuma has a technique here called Sparks, high priority, and it ups the special attack by 1. Okay, that's all. We're just going to talk about that real quick. And now what I want to do is open up, where is it, the damage calculator. So here we go. Let's look up Tortenite and let's just give ourselves our SV here, our TVs. Let's max out the TVs. I think it's 499, so let's just keep it right there. The technique we're going to be using is obviously Rotten Goo. Okay, and it doesn't matter right here. We'll just, yeah, sure, right there. We'll do that. And the trait, we'll go efficient, we'll go gear, Shuine's Horn. This is the massive part, right? Shuine's Horn. And now the biggest threat, mostly in the current meta is Rowder, right? So let's bring Rowder out here. And as you can see, it does 55% damage to Rowder. But you're thinking, yo, Zatu, that is a not defensive, no HP investment Rowder. That's trash. Like it's not good. Okay, you're right. Absolutely. Give it 500. It's 41. It's a 3-turn knockout. And Rotten Goo seizes for 2 turns, meaning this guy right here does not get to a proc his reactive eye, which is a lot of them what they run. Let's go over here, 497, and let's give this guy the attack, the first attack that he gets, stone ball, right? Stone ball into you. It does 44. It does a lot of damage. It's not great. We don't like it, but we're forgetting something very important here. I'm gonna reset everything. I think that reset everything. Did it not? Okay, whatever. Gazuma with sparks. Let's plus. Now look how much damage. We're doing more damage than what they did, and we're faster with the speed prio. So they only do 44 damage to us, and we knock them out in 2 turns. I think that's a good trade. I think that's an amazing trade right here. Ooh, you're right. So let's pretend 500. That would be an issue. That would be a massive issue. I still think this is pretty good though, because whereas we might be trading a lot of damage from Tortenite, we almost guarantee a switch or reducing more than half damage on that router with prio and seizing its gear. That's what I'm saying. And now here's another one. Here's another one that's pretty important too, right? So thanks for bringing that up. I completely forgot to put the attack investments, but we still survive. And as you can see here, I'm going to remove this. This is a one-shot on Volcrane will never see this coming. Volcrane will never ever see this coming, right? And you instantly one-shot it. It's massive. It's great. I love this tremendously. There are a couple problems with this team though. Obviously, if the opponent has a Tolkien, this thing right here, this guy, we still do pretty good damage. Let's see what the boost, 95%. Honestly, that's pretty good. However, this thing hurts and it's faster and it has access to tornado after being on the field for 1 turn. So let's just pretend, what is it? Let's give you max 500 and let's give you tornado. That's going to hurt tremendously. I'm pretty sure that does a lot of damage to us. Rotten goo. Hit here. Let's see it. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. So again, we don't want to trade for that. So if you can, I would ban Tolkien. I just wanted to emphasize this. A couple of attempts that don't really work with this team are obviously Tolkien, right? You want to get him off the field. That's why we also run our own Tolkien. And that's honestly the first one that comes to my mind. Everything else you can kind of play around. Now, what happens if they ban Tortenite? Well, then you're kind of just screwed. No, I'm just kidding. So we have a couple of other options here. Mainly the rotten goo. We have rotten goo on our Platymus, and we have either of these 2 for the synergy. So that's still there. However, we do not have Shuine's horn, and it sucks. And the second part is the crystal attacks. The crystal's so good for combating mental types, for combating so many different types, right? But that's why we have Zaubian right here. And we have Purgation just to get rid of Doomed, just in case, because we have those really annoying Doomed comps that I've been playing against. And I've actually been running my own Doom comp. I might share it in a future video, but we'll see. We'll see. We have telekinetic shrapnel, but then we also have crystal bite, which is a hold. You have to wait for it. That's really good. It's not, there's no speed prio for it. I always mistake it because a Gialis has a ton of speed prio, high prio moves, but it's not the same. It does a lot of damage though, so this guy can combat really well. We have our Volphy here with handcuffs to trap enemies with plague. We have Jinxed Whisper to put them asleep. However, at the cost of overexerting yourself the next turn, so that sucks. We have Lifeful Sap to regain some energy, and we have Dust of Vortex, which is really good. This could honestly do enough damage to take out a Volcrane, just in case. It's good enough to combat. But more likely than not, when an opponent will see this team and they are not familiar with this, they're either going to ban the Zyobian, the Tolkien, or even this guy right here. Because if they ban the Regnit, there you go. Now there's like four of us, like I said, that are very weak to electric. However, if they bring electric types, you just bring your Tortenite. Because again, check this out. He has how many moves here? High prio with wind synergy. That's a really very high prio with wind synergy. We have high prio, no holds. What else do we have? We have 1 hold, high prio with mental synergy, and it puts them asleep for 2 turns. It's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. So all in all, I like this team tremendously. And let's talk about this real quick. The coverage, we cover, like I said, a good portion of crystal types, a ton of digital types. What's it called? Because again, you're forgetting that this is a water type. So Tortenite can come out against many, say, leading Digicore teams and potentially one-shot them with rotten goo. It's kind of nuts, right? We can take out earth types. We can take out electric types, fire types, melee types. Literally, we kind of cover every single typing here. Now, the thing that I really want to talk about is the resistances. And this is kind of like confusing. So I like to look at the simplified version. And whenever you're doing your pick ban phase, right here, electric, right? You're weak against 4, but you have 3 that are strong against electric. Okay, cool. So if they ban your Regnant, then you have to kind of focus on removing their electrics, right? But if they don't focus that one, then you can just focus on anything else. So what is Tortenite weak against? Melee and wind types. So again, focus on banning Tolkien, focus on banning Golzy, focus on banning those guys. But I think this team could really do some crazy things, and I'm gonna try. I pretty much have all these other characters. I need to maximize my TV train. I don't know why I said maximize. TV train my Platimus, TV train my Gazuma, and then get a brand new Tortenite with the right trait, and then do this. And then I'm gonna test it out. It would be so much easier if we had Temtem Showdown, but we don't, unfortunately. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this team, and if you guys would like some more, you know, kind of team building, crafting theory videos, because this is a lot of fun. I want to kind of do one for each of the starters and see what kind of niche teams we could come up with them, and then do some more comps. I came up with so Doom Digi aggro team, and there was another one I came up with, the anti-Doom aggro team. Both of them I still have on my squads. We might actually run some matches with them later, so if you're watching this live, then you'll see that. If you're not, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, obviously. Catch my lives, that's what we're doing. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.